Alright, so what we got is the Harbor Freight blast cabinet, and I'm going to show you my setup for the metering valve. I got a couple other mods on here, but I'm not going to show those right now. We'll just focus on the metering valve. What the metering valve does is it eliminates this siphon tube here. The siphon tube is what came from Harbor Freight with the blast cabinet to pull the media into your gun, and it works okay, but it doesn't work that good. The issue I had with it is it surges. It'll pick up a bunch and then it stops, and then it picks up more and stops. So the metering valve will eliminate that. Alright, here's my metering valve, and I'll tell you how I made it here. So what we got is a 3-inch nipple right here. This is 1 inch diameter to a T. And this is 1 inch, 1 inch to 3/4 inch. And then I put a plug on the bottom for emptying out all the media and to do changes and whatnot. So we go 3/4 to another 3/4 inch T right here. This is 3/4 on these ends and 1/2 inch right here. And then I have a reducer. This is 1/2 inch to 1/4 inch. And then got a little 1/4 inch ball valve right here. And on this end, we got just fitting with a nipple on the end. So this is 3/4 inch to 1/2 inch right here to hook up to the feed hose. I took the metering valve off the bottom of the hopper so that I could show you how I attached the metering valve to the bottom door on the cabinet. So what I used was this flange. I believe it's for making like a pipe handrail on some stairs. So it's threaded for 1 inch. What I did was I cut the ends of it off right here so that it would fit inside this door, and I drilled 4 holes in it right there to attach it to the bottom. And you know, the door has foam on it, so it seals around it. You get no leaks or anything like that. Worked out pretty good. I was wondering how I was going to attach it, and that's how I did it. I used a 1 1/8 inch hole saw to drill the hole in the bottom. That's how I attached the metering valve to the door. Feed hose here. So the feed hose comes off my metering valve, comes up to the side of the cabinet. In the side of the cabinet right here, I drilled a 1 inch hole and used it's a 1 inch OD grommet to a 3/4 inch ID, because this hose is 1/2 inch ID and 3/4 inch OD. So drill the hole, stuck the tube through there. Here's where it comes in through the inside of the cabinet. And then that replaces the factory hose that goes to the siphon tube that would be normally sticking up through this grate and down in the media. One thing I will say about this hose, the one that I bought, it's really stiff. It's rigid, and it's kind of hard to use the gun, so I am going to be replacing that to something that's a little softer, a little bit more flexible. This is the factory hose right here that came with it. You can see that this flexes a lot more than this one does. What I may end up doing is somewhere along this hose right here, I'll just cut it and add a splice into it, and I'll just replace this section here with the factory hose that came with it, because this one's actually not that bad. It's pretty good. It's just not long enough to reach my metering valve. I don't have a video of this operating with the siphon tube, so I'm sorry about that, but I got an old wrench I'm going to clean up, and I'll show you how good it works with the metering valve, and you can be a judge of whether or not you want to do this to your cabinet. There's that old wrench. It's all cleaned up. Looks pretty good. Probably spray paint it to keep it from corroding. And that's it. That's what I got for the metering valve on my Harbor Freight blast cabinet. If you have any questions or comments, need any help setting up yours, leave a comment below and I'll respond as soon as I can. Thanks for watching.